May 19th, 1920, Matewan, West Virginia. 12 Baldwin Felts detectives wait for the number 16 train to arrive. They've spent the day near Matewan, evicting striking miners from company houses. In a few minutes, they expect to return to their headquarters in Bluefield. What they don't expect is the confrontation which will take place as the train pulls into Matewan. Nor do they expect that within minutes, 7 of them will be dead. It will be known as the Matewan Massacre. There will be conflicting stories over who fired the first shot. Miners and union organizers will rejoice. Coal operators and Tom Felts, head of the detective agency, will plot revenge.
Time to go.
The bloodletting in Matewan will be the turning point in the long and often violent history of the southern coal fields of West Virginia. The massacre will cap generations of conflict, and it will shape the future of events to come. The causes for the massacre are not found in that spring of 1920 alone. Instead, we must dig back some 50 years through a tangle of labor relations between coal operators and miners, union organizers, and strike breakers. And we must sift through the social aspects of life in the various coal fields of southern West Virginia, a life dominated by the company town.
A man had a few dollars of his money, and he wanted to go in the coal business. Well, he would get with somebody who was familiarized with that kind of industry, or they would go partners. Then they would call in some man who was pretty rough or tough and wanted to be like a cowboy would, and they would put him what we call taskmaster over him. And he run the camps. He would see that you got out to work and see that you lived, regardless of how you lived, to see that you worked and produced. Then you'd have people over you to see that you produced with less resources to produce with. Wages was cheap, and wasn't no union, nothing to protect you.
For years, the top money that my daddy made was about $2.15 or 20 cents a day. Now, when I started to work, they paid you 32 cents for a ton of coal. And I worked with my daddy, and they only gave me a boy's turn, they call it. If my daddy got 2 cars, I got 1 to load. We got 3 between us. You'd have to load 10 tons of coal a day to make $3.20. You furnished your own tools, you furnished your own explosive, and we burned carbide for light, you furnished that. The company was out nothing but the timbers that you set in the mines.
The presence of coal in the southern Appalachians was reported as early as colonial times. But it wasn't until the late 1860s, as America's industrial age blossomed, that coal became America's primary fuel. The first to exploit coal's market potential were America's railroads. In the early 1870s, the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway sliced open the rich coal deposits within the New River Gorge when it completed its route to the Ohio River. Within a decade, more than a dozen coal and logging operations crowded the banks of the New River. In early 1873, as the first coal from the New River rolled down C&O's tracks, a lone surveyor named I.A. Welch stumbled across a spectacular coal deposit located in western Virginia.
I entered upon the property on Laurel Creek, then the residence of Jordan Nelson. Mr. Nelson was a blacksmith and had outcropped a bed of coal for use in his shop, which, when fully driven under cover, showed a thickness of 13 feet between bed and floor rock.
Welch's survey caught the interest of J.F. Kimball, president of the Norfolk and Western Railway. Wanting to capitalize on the growing coal market, Kimball's railroad pushed into the area, opening what would become the most famous coal field in the country, the Pocahontas.